it was like he was flat.
Oh.
Like a chip or something. and the lizard's just like eating him, and you could see like these like, I don't even know how to explain it. Like Hi, it's Caleb.
And I'm Tori.
And welcome to our podcast, Uncork and Listen.
And today we are uncorking a bottle of Shannon Ridge.
Shannon Ridge.
I've never actually had this brand of wine before.
I haven't either.
But it's a Cabernet Sauvignon.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, let's pour it.
Yes.
And see what it's like.
Some more ASMR.
Caleb likes that.
Oh, that sounds nice.
All right. Would you like to pour it yourself there?
Yes.
Ooh. It smells very good.
It does smell good. Mm-hmm. Okay, all right.
All right. Cheers.
Cheers.
It's definitely dry.
It's dry.
And it tastes like a little oaky or something.
Mm-hmm. This bottle, they talk about how they like, wait, let's see, Lake County, California. I mean, it's not bad.
I mean, I like it.
Yeah, I like it too. I'm kind of shocked how smooth it is. And also this wine really isn't that, it's not that, it doesn't really taste as fruity as I was thinking it was going to be.
But yeah, it's very dry. Like, it leaves that, like, dry feeling on your tongue,
tart,
you know?
Not really tart.
No, but it is very smooth.
Very smooth.
I'm definitely getting oaky.
Mm-hmm.
I'm honestly not the best at, like...
With red wines?
Yeah.
Yeah. Honestly, same.
I feel like white wines are a little bit easier to, like, pick out, like, the different, like, oh, this tastes like pear or citrus or whatever.
And for me, when it comes to wines, like, versus, like, a red wine or a white wine, I tend to drink red wine more often in the winter.
Okay.
Just because it heats
kind of
me. It's warmer. It actually kind of heats you up.
Uh-huh.
Whereas, like, a white wine's more light. So I think of more, like, lighter foods, more spring.
Like
summer, spring kind of vibe.
That's true, yeah.
But yeah, this is good.
Would you like me to read off what the description is of it? Or do you want to, like, try to guess anything
I am
there?
not even going to try to guess. Okay. I want to hear it.
Just like, for me, I was getting, like, a warm kind of, like, oak.
Excuse me.
That's what I was initially able to...
Yeah, I definitely taste that as well.
Yeah.
It's just not as tart as I was expecting it to be.
Oh, yeah, it's not tart at all.
It's not tart at all.
No, it's not like that.
Which is normally my vibe, but
yeah,
I'm not complaining. This is good.
No, I think it's really nice.
Yeah, it's nice.
But yeah, let me read. It says, this Cabernet Sauvignon offers blackberry and dried cranberry characters with notes of pepper and allspice.
Interesting.
Right? And then it also says, the lengthy finish shows hints of cedar along with ripe fruit and toasted oak.
That is crazy.
Yeah, so
you literally just said
yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I definitely could taste the oak.
That is so wild. There was something you actually shared with me almost right before we started this episode. What was it about?
About wine tasting?
Yes, yeah.
I was just saying how, like, when people are tasting a bunch of wines, like, they don't actually swallow the wine. They have, like, a spit bucket.
I mean, it makes sense because if they're, like, tasting wine all day, you can't, like...
Yeah, they would get lit.
They would get wasted.
Yeah, they would. So, and I
by
think,
that point,
like,
they wouldn't be able to taste it anyway.
The way that they do it, too, I think helps them decipher, like, all the different flavors and stuff, like how they, like, have it in their mouth. But they literally just, like, take a little bit, like a little sip, and they just kind of have it in their mouth.
And then they do, like, a little...
Yeah, they do, like, a whole thing, and then they, like, spit it out.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I would feel horrible spitting out the wine. Like, what a waste.
I know, right?
What a waste.
What a waste of good wine.
However, being a wine taster, like, as a job... That sounds pretty lit.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to say.
You know, there's, like, a whole, like, school thing for, like, becoming, like, a wine...
What?
I can't remember what it's called.
Your boy's going to sign up.
Yeah, but, like, becoming, like, a wine master where you, like, taste stuff and you know, like what they did here, like, with the description. Someone had to have tasted it.
Right.
To write down all the different, you know, characteristics.
Wow. That's honestly quite fascinating.
It really
I didn't know that. Yeah, Tori shared this information with me, like, literally right before the episode, and I was like, that's fascinating. We should share that. Right. It's really, really cool.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. But let me tell you this. I had a wacko dream.
A wacko dream?
Crazy dream.
Okay.
just a couple nights ago, so as some of you may know, if you do, you don't, it's fine. But during the Super Bowl, there was a commercial of the new movie coming out in November, I believe, called Wicked.
Oh,
and
I don't think I saw that actually.
Okay, but so I mean, it was actually the very, very beginning. So of like all commercials. So I think it was like actually the first. I could be wrong, but I think it was actually the very, very first commercial.
So maybe I just
during the Super Bowl. Right. But anyway, so anyone who doesn't know this, I love Wicked. I feel like as a musical kind of Broadway kind of guy, which I am, I feel like it's not the popular opinion to like Wicked a lot, but listen, I loved Wicked. I love the story. I love the music. I mean, it's truly so freaking cool.
Yeah.
But anyway, going back to the dream, I was in Hollywood.
Okay.
And I was
in the dream,
yes.
Okay, yeah.
In the dream, I was in Hollywood, and we were about to watch Wicked. Like, I was going to the premiere.
Oh, wow.
So we had, like, the red carpet, the whole 9 yards.
Wow.
And to top it all off, I, apparently, in this dream, was friends with Ariana Grande, who plays Glinda.
Oh, really?
Yes,
in
she plays Glinda. And so I was just there as a friend to support her and stuff like that. So, like, we walk into the movie theater. We all sit down. We're all looking fabulous, like, all that good stuff. And all of a sudden, I started getting this weird vibe from Ariana. And she was like flirting with me. And I was like, girl, we're friends. Like, what the heck is going on? And to top it all off, her brother Frankie was sitting with us.
What the heck?
And I was like, in my dream.
This is such a detailed, like, specific.
It's crazy. So in the dream, I was like, girl, we have been friends for so long. Like, in the dream we were friends. Like, we've known each other from the beginning, kind of thing. Like, I was there for, like, Victorious, like, on Nickelodeon. Like, I was
my God.
there for all of that kind of stuff. So also, like, I am gay and I'm not into girls, but I was like, Ariana, should you not know this? Like, but it was like, throughout the whole dream, it was so awkward for me. It was so
weird.
So I was like, Ari, no, like, listen, we're friends. Like, I remember in the dream being like, honey, like, you should know this at this point.
This can't be happening.
It was just so hilarious.
That is.
But I woke up that morning, and I don't know if you've experienced this with dreams, but, like, I woke up that morning, and truly, like, I woke up thinking, like, oh my God, I'm friends with Ariana Grande.
Oh, yeah.
And, like, it genuinely felt real. And I had to take a minute to kind of process.
Oh, yeah. I know exactly what you're talking
like,
about.
Like, that's not reality. And that was just a dream. It was just a dream.
Right.
Like, but, I mean, I'm telling you, like, have you ever had a dream where, like, let's say, like, you dream about something, whether it was amazing or scary or whatever the case may be, and then you go to bed, like, the next day or a couple of days later, and you actually, like, continue the story of that.
Yep, that's been happening to me lately.
Yes.
Yep. Yeah. 100%. Like, if you, like, really like a dream, or even, like, maybe if the dream, like, really scared you, so it's, like, really in your mind.
Right.
You can just go right back into it. It's
so
crazy. Yeah.
Or, like, another thing, Tori, I don't know if you've experienced this either, but, like, have you been able to go, like, have a dream and then go into a dream and then go into another dream?
Oh my
Lord.
Or
how about this? Have you ever had a dream where it was, like, black and white?
I've never had black and white, no.
What?
All my dreams are color.
Dang, I've had several black and white dreams.
Really?
But it wasn't like I was in an era where
it was just
like, filming wise at least, or, you know, it was black and white. No, it was just, I did not have any color. And I wonder if there's things that, like, you can learn at, like, I don't know if it's like a scientific kind of situation.
Right,
what dreams like that would mean.
Right, yeah.
But
yeah, that would be interesting.
That stuff is kind of crazy.
I think I actually have had, like, one dream once where I was dreaming in the dream.
Right.
But that's I've only had it, like, maybe the one time, and that's, like, as far as that went, as far as Inception.
Or how about this, Tori? have you had a dream where you actually were able to control, like, the dream? Like, you were able to, like
you're
you
talking
like
about lucid dreaming.
oh,
That's what
right.
that's called.
Or like you're dreaming, and so you just like want to like
No,
just continue it.
That's lucid dreaming. No,
Okay,
I
so I
honestly
do
don't
that.
think. Do you really?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
That's
I got
kinda cool.
Yeah. Like I a lot of my like stories of dreams, because like I know we've talked about it. Like it's not a, how should I say this? Like they're not my dreams don't. They're not always like this crazy, absolutely insane
Right.
thing. But I've noticed that sometimes I can be in a dream and know that I actually am dreaming.
Right.
And then if I like what's going on, like the story in my dream, whatever,
Yeah.
I can continue. If I don't like it, I remember I could force myself to wake up in my dreams.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's
Like-
really nice.
Yes, it is. And it really did help also when I had like scary dreams, because as
Yeah.
a kid, I don't know if I shared this with you, but like as a kid I had like some pretty
Oh yeah.
frightening dreams.
I definitely did as well.
Like I don't know why. I just always had like these night terrors.
Yeah.
And it got so bad. I honestly probably should have been put on medication, if that's even a thing.
Yeah,
But-
I don't know.
I don't know if that's a
all
thing.
the science behind that kind of a thing, but
Right. So, but I remember like in my dreams, if they were horrible, because I did have some pretty terrifying dreams, I sometimes could wake myself up if I was quote unquote conscious in the dream, if that
right.
makes sense.
Yeah, it's
It's
a
kind of hard to
thing.
explain.
No, I know exactly what you're saying. It's
But yeah.
literally called lucid dreaming.
Yeah.
It's a thing. But yeah, I've never really been able to do that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I have like pretty like vivid and long dreams
Right.
now.
Oh, yeah.
It wasn't always like that. It's actually because I've been taking Lexapro. I'm not sure if everybody knows what that is exactly. It's like a antidepressant,
Basically.
anxiety
Sure,
medication. And one of the side effects is like very vivid, like crazy dreams.
Right.
And I can 100% attest to that because literally
It is.
like-
You told me it's crazy.
Oh yeah, like sometimes, I can skip a night and it's fine, but most of the time, like when I'm taking Lexapro, it's literally every single night I have like some kind of crazy dream and it is so vivid, it feels real. I wake up thinking about it, like literally thinking that it was real. And sometimes like a whole vibe from the dream will like haunt me the entire
It literally
day.
affects like your day.
Yeah, it does. Like
I
you're just like
understand that.
thinking about it, like especially if it's like a bad dream, it's just like what the heck was that?
Right.
And it just
right.
leaves this whole vibe. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
Absolutely.
But like I had one like a few nights ago
Okay.
and I had mentioned it to you and I almost like didn't want to tell you cuz it, involved you and it was very bad.
Oh, yes. Okay.
But I literally had a dream that like I came here. It was like basically this weekend
Right.
almost that I was dreaming about, that I had come to your house to do the podcast.
Right.
And I got here and I mean you were normal, you were acting yourself, nothing seemed off or weird about you, like
Right.
totally healthy and fine. But you
I'm gonna
tell
pour some
me
wine, just so you know.
Sure.
Do you want some?
Sure.
Okay.
But you tell me I have like 2 or 3 days to live.
Oh, right. Girl.
And I'm just like, what? Like, where the heck did this come from?
Right.
Because
Like, are you okay?
Yeah, and like you seemed fine. Like nothing really
I was at
seemed
peace with
off.
it. Right.
For you to like literally have days left. you know?
It's like I got so much. No, I wasn't like I got so much to do.
Right?
Like,
No,
it was-
you were
I was
like
just
literally
all right,
just
girl,
your
this
normal
is it.
self.
Like this is it, girl.
Yeah, you were your normal self, and you were just like, yeah, I just really need to tell you that a doctor told me that I have like 2 or 3 days left.
Dang.
And I was just like so shocked. I was like losing.
Were
it.
you
was
shocked that
beside
I was gonna
myself.
die, or were you shocked that I was so nonchalant about it?
It was a combination of both,
Okay.
but I would say more so that you were gonna die. I was just
Right.
like beside
Damn.
myself. Yeah.
Oh my gosh,
And-
that's so crazy.
And I think like it was like some kind of like cancer
Oh,
or
okay.
something that was
Gotcha.
just like in the very last stages and like you didn't know about it or something. I don't know, like super crazy.
Yeah, that is.
I don't even know if that's possible. I don't know.
I don't even know.
It's just a dream. It's a crazy Lexapro dream.
Yeah, right. It's a crazy Lexapro
like,
dream.
I don't take any of those dreams seriously. It's just, it feels so real.
It does.
They're very vivid.
Yep.
So it does mess with me the next day.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's like my Ariana Grande dream. I genuinely woke up that morning and was like, oh, Ariana Grande? I'm going to call her.
Right? I'm going to call her up.
It's like, let me send her a text real quick.
Right?
No, but that stuff is crazy.
Like, so the rest of the dream, we were here doing our thing, podcast or whatever, and then I went home, and literally, like, the day or maybe it was, like, the next day when I had gotten home, I got the news that you had passed away.
Damn.
And I was, like, losing it. Like,
I don't mean to laugh. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
But that's crazy.
For the whole rest of the dream, I was literally just, like, sobbing.
Well, I appreciate you, Karen.
Of course. And I was
Even though it wasn't real.
No, yeah, I was beside myself. And then, partly I was like, we just started this podcast. Like, we only have like a few episodes out or whatever.
Right.
And here it is, just over, Like, I was just... And then I woke up and I was like, just totally like disoriented. And I'm just like...
I mean, I feel like with having a dream that extreme, I feel like it would kind of, I think it would kind of you up, honestly.
Yeah.
I really do think it would mess you up in some sort of capacity.
For sure.
But it's not real. I'm here. I'm alive. Yeah, I had like
I had texted you about it, and I was like, it just feels terrible. I feel like this is so bad.
I was literally at work, and all of a sudden, you just text me like, "Can't have had the craziest dream." Yeah. Like you died, and I was like, "What?" Just died in his dream,
right? And you were just like reassuring me, like, "Hey, it's just a dream. Like, I'm fine."
I was like, "It's okay. Like, I know stuff like that can mess with your head." I'm fine. I'm here. I'm just working.
Right. Doing your thing.
I was seeing a little bit.
Right.
But I have a dream actually. Okay. And I will never forget this dream. I had this dream when I had to have like 4 or 5.
Oh,
and
wow.
I remember this dream.
I actually remember the first dream I ever had.
Yes.
But I'll let you talk first.
I will say this is probably the first dream I remember. I'm sure I've had other dreams, but anyway. So, and this one's real weird. Okay, but my sisters know this. My mom, my dad, all of them know this. But I don't know if you do.
So, I don't think so. I've never heard this.
Anyway, we're gonna share. So we were living in Mongolia.
Okay.
We stayed in this 3-bedroom apartment on the top floor. I don't know if it was apartment, like, because I know like we owned it, I guess. We weren't renting. But anyway, that doesn't matter.
Right.
So I had this pet lizard.
Okay.
And it was one of those lizards that like runs on the back of their legs and has like the weird fan looking thing.
Oh,
like really? Sticking out of the side of their face.
Like in real life you had that? Or in the dream?
I didn't have it in real life. For some reason in my dream I had one.
Oh, okay.
Excuse me. But this lizard out of nowhere one day just goes bad crazy.
Oh.
Just bad crazy. And starts just attacking us. Now, yes, but the way this dream ended, I feel like I should have been scared, but I wasn't for some reason. But anyway, so like this lizard's going crazy. I grab my sisters, I go into my room, lock the door, and all of a sudden, I hear my dad, and he starts like doing this like weird yell, laugh kind of thing. I don't even know I do not know how to describe it. I do not know I swear to God, it was the weirdest ever. But I come outside, like I open my door, and my door kind of like led to the living room area in the apartment. And so I leave my room, and all of a sudden, my dad is sitting in this chair, and the lizard is like straight up eating him. But it wasn't gory or anything like it really wasn't visually scary.
Okay.
Because in my dream, he was like, it's so weird. It was like he was flat.
Oh.
Like a chip or something.
Like a chip.
And the lizard's just like eating him, and you could see like these like, I don't even know how to explain it. Like it was like he turned into like this chip. And this lizard was just eating my father, and I'm just sitting there going like, what? And he was laughing. Like he was doing like this weird yell laugh. I don't know how to explain it.
That's so bizarre.
I was 4 years old.
That's traumatizing me right now.
And it didn't traumatize me. Like honestly, like to this day.
Because it wasn't like a bad vibe or anything?
No. Not at all. I would love a therapist to explain that one to me.
Right.
Like, what does this dream mean?
Right.
Because it, like, even though this lizard was, like, causing terror and
right.
all this stuff, it didn't, like, my brain, at least as a 4 or 5 year old, I was in kindergarten, so I was 4. Like, my brain wasn't processing this stuff.
That's so crazy.
It was quite wild.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is so bizarre.
I just like I have several other dreams. A lot of them were they're more kind of dark. I really don't want to really get into them.
Yeah, I've definitely had.
But I will say, when I was a kid, and my mom and dad will tell anyone this, I had the weirdest kind of situation with dreams.
Oh yeah.
Like,
I was the same exact way.
Like but they were always, it's unfortunate, they were always like these night terror kind of dreams. Mm-hmm. And I remember it would get so bad that I would like go to bed, like when we lived in like Wisconsin, also like Goldsboro.
Yeah.
My mom would like have to like basically sing me to sleep because I could not go to bed.
That's so sad.
And also, I had to go to bed before the sun went down. So even if it was like winter
you were
time,
like afraid of being in the dark. Yeah.
So even if it was like evening time, like it didn't matter. I was going to bed regardless of what time it was because for some reason the night just bothered me so much.
That's
I don't know.
Sad.
But yeah, don't want to get into that too much.
Yeah.
But dreams do fascinate me.
For sure. Oh, they've always fascinated me too.
Yeah.
I've definitely been a big time dreamer. Mm-hmm. But like the first dream I can remember was definitely not that elaborate. Like it really wasn't much of anything. I was probably about 4 or 5, and literally it was just like a lion walked up to me.
Okay.
And then just like roared really loudly, like in my face. And it just, like, I instantly woke up.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
It's kind of like Aslan was
right.
like.
Yeah.
If anyone knows the Narnia books or the movies are out.
But that was literally like the first dream I ever remember having.
Wow. Mm-hmm. Do you have any like specific childhood dreams that you remember, or not really?
I actually used to like write down my dreams sometimes.
Really?
Yeah.
I should have done that.
Yeah.
I didn't even think to do that.
Because it was just, I was always fascinated by it, and I just had like the craziest dreams, and like sometimes they were good.
Right.
But yeah, I used to write them down. So I have a book, like a journal somewhere in my house still, where that's like all written down.
Oh my gosh, I want to read that.
Yeah, I could try to find it. Yeah,
unless it's more like private for you. I understand that.
No, it's fine.
But that kind of fascinates me. I want to read that.
Yeah,
that's cool.
It's been a while since like I've looked at it and stuff, so I'd probably have a hard time like picking one from the top of my head, honestly, right now.
Right.
But yeah, no, I used to do that. But before I was taking Lexapro, like my dreams, like I honestly believed that they meant something a lot of times. Oh, sure, yeah. And like I don't really know how to explain it, but like I could give an example of one that had happened just like a year or two ago. It's kind of deep though. Like sure.
That's okay.
It's
we can
kind
talk
of
about
like,
deep.
Yeah, it's like kind of a serious topic. Not kind of, it is. But I had a dream one night, and this was literally like 1 or 2 years ago. Okay. I don't remember the exact date. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
But I had a dream that I was standing on the side of the road.
Okay.
And I witnessed a car accident.
Oh, gosh.
A bad car accident.
Okay.
Where someone was, like, thrown from their car and, like, basically died upon impact.
Oh, gosh.
And,
okay.
You know,
right.
At first glance, you know, it's just, you know, a random, like, bad dream or whatever, right? Like,
right.
That's basically it. Like, that's kind of all the dream was, really.
Mm-hmm.
But that very next morning, I woke up from the dream and I turned my phone on and I was just kind of like scrolling through Facebook.
Okay.
And I saw a post from a really, really good friend of ours. We were actually roommates for many, many years.
Yeah.
And I saw a post saying that his little brother had just passed away just like the night before. So like the night that I was having this dream.
Oh my
and
goodness.
It was a car accident where he was thrown from his vehicle and died upon impact.
Oh my gosh. That is crazy.
Yeah. So literally the night
sad.
happened, I basically like had the dream.
Mm-hmm. Oh, right.
Of basically the same exact thing, and then woke up the next morning and saw that post. And I literally like gasped. Like Kyle was still sleeping and everything, and I just like gasped. And I was like, oh no.
Right.
Just like in the most, you know, I didn't say it like that. I was like, right. I was extremely sad. I was like shocked. I was like, no way.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, and it actually woke up Kyle and he was like, what's going on? And then like I explained the whole thing to him.
Wow.
But yeah, and that's not the only time that something like that's happened to me.
Right. That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
I've never had a dream like that.
Really?
Honestly. I mean, like, I feel like I've had, I don't know. I don't think I've ever really had a dream that kind of
mirrored real life like that.
Real life in that way.
Mm-hmm.
But that is insane.
I know.
That is crazy, 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 crazy.
Yeah.
But I hope I don't have dreams like that.
No, honestly, it's not.
It's not. It doesn't make you feel that amazing.
It's definitely it's definitely heavy, but at the same time, like even as heavy as it is, and I've had many dreams like this,
mm-hmm.
it actually ends up really speaking to the person.
Excuse me, sorry.
You know, like for example, like I had this dream when it had happened, and I, you know, shared that with my friend after the fact, and he was actually like blown away, and he was like very like honored and appreciative, and it made him felt like
wow,
like, you know, like that we were almost, you know, connected in that moment. And he like, I don't know, it was, I don't even know if encouraging is the right word, because there's nothing encouraging about your brother passing away,
right?
But it meant something to him, you know, that I was shown something like that literally the same night,
mm-hmm.
you know. And I've had other situations like that where I've had dreams that almost seem like they were for somebody else.
Right.
You know, and I'll like share the dream with them, and it means a lot to them, you know? So it's like...
Listen, I am all about dreams. Like, I think dreams truly... I really do believe dreams are quite fascinating. I don't necessarily... Like going back to like what you said about like the meaning and like, oh, this like actually happened to someone. Like I never personally have experienced that.
Right.
But I do find this kind of stuff fascinating.
It really is, because there's some kind of like, obviously not all dreams are like this, and you can't always read into dreams in that way.
Yeah.
But sometimes they are very real, and I feel like it's on a spiritual level.
Sure.
It could be, you know, like showing us
There's a gnat flying around.
I know.
It's kind of bugging me.
But it just kind of shows you how like we are actually all connected, like on a spiritual level.
Sure, yeah.
And, you know, dreams like that kind of prove that and like show that to you, like, wow, like we are all connected in some spiritual way, because how else would you explain me having a dream about my friend's brother the night something like that happened? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It just kind of shows that there's an interconnectedness within all of us. Mm-hmm. And it's really cool when stuff like that happens.
I'm going to tell you, I wish, like, I know I said, like, I don't know if I really want to have that kind of a feeling.
Yeah.
But at the same time, now you saying that is, that's a good point, honestly.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, yeah.
Yeah, it's really cool.
It really is. It's really fascinating. It's really cool. I just personally have just never.
Yeah, I mean,
experienced
everybody
that.
is different, and
Normally I just have these like stupid, crazy dreams, and then the terrifying dream every now and then.
Right.
So.
But see, that's why, like, for me, I feel like when I have these like crazy, like vivid Lexapro dreams, it gets to me a little bit more sometimes because I have had real dreams that meant something. Mm-hmm. So when I have something like that, it kind of messes with my head a little bit. But obviously, like, it's clearly a Lexapro dream, and it's a totally different vibe. Like, I know the dreams that I'm having while I'm on this medication, they're not. It doesn't. So
you're saying like being on this medication, like it has intensified.
It causes me to dream in a totally different way. It's That's totally so different. Like the way that I dreamt before I was on the medication, they were very different types of dreams, and like I said, in many ways they felt real to me.
Right.
And a lot of times they were.
Sure.
But ever since being on Lexapro, it's just a whole like random, like I know, like I can tell that stuff I dream on this medication is coming just from random stuff that's been in my head.
Right.
And just combines random
things,
you know?
I get that.
So, yeah.
Yeah. That's really cool. I like that stuff.
Yeah.
So I think it's about time to go into our trivia segment.
Yeah, let's do some trivia.
We decided we're going to continue doing the whole, because in our previous episodes we did like snacks, we did games, stuff like that, and like trying to figure out what like decade or what year they were released. We're going to do another one of those today, but I think we're going to kind of gear into another
in the future
form of topic, or play some games.
Yeah, we're definitely going to start mixing it up.
We're gonna mix
the future.
it up. I like this stuff, but I don't really want to
just do the same thing like that every time.
Do it over and over and over.
We're
I don't want to
switch it up
to get too old. But
yeah, for sure.
Tonight we are going to, or today, whatever time you're listening to this, we are going to talk about board games and when those were released.
Ooh, board games.
Board games. Hey, by the way, just so everyone knows, I am a board game fanatic.
Yeah.
I love a board game. There's just something about it. As a kid, I literally made like several of them. I created my own board games.
Did you really?
Dead ass. You can ask my mother.
That's hilarious.
I had this, and I'm not going to go into it too much because we need to get into the trivia.
Right.
Game. But so yeah, I created this game. I don't remember how it went exactly, but I remember it being very like mythical, and like you could like gain like superpowers depending on like what you chose.
Yeah.
I don't know how to explain it, but I was
cool.
I was real proud of it.
Yeah,
out of the ones I made.
Yeah.
But anyway, so back to the trivia segment.
All right.
We are going to talk. Hold on. Let's do this. The first one is Monopoly.
Ooh, that's like the ultimate board game.
This is the ultimate board game, and now I'm going to say this here. I'm going to say this. People either hate this game or they love this game.
Right.
And I feel like majority of people hate this game.
Yeah, honestly,
I hate this game.
I don't like it, but I definitely played it a lot as a kid.
Yeah.
But
did you ever actually finish it?
Honestly, I've maybe finished that game like once, maybe twice in my life. Like when I was younger, we would play, but no, it's too long, and it's just the same thing over and over and over. It's I'm not a fan of it, but it's definitely, I would think that is probably one of the oldest board games.
It has to be pretty old. It has to be pretty old.
Yeah, I'm thinking.
Excuse me.
Honestly, I'd probably go back to the 50s.
50s? Okay. Huh. I'm gonna do this. 1965.
Oh wow, specific.
I'm gonna be specific, honey.
Okay.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm saying 50s.
Okay. All right, we're gonna look this up real quick. Oh.
What is it?
This is insane. Oh my gosh, are you ready for this?
Yes.
I want you to prepare yourself.
Okay.
Okay. So on December 31st, Monopoly. Wait, oh, whoop! I am not speaking English right now. I'm sorry. Okay, so on December 31st of 1935,
Wow.
Monopoly was released as a board game.
I did not know that they had board games like that early on.
Right. I mean, honestly, same. I feel like it's. But also,
That's why I thought 50s.
I'm just gonna say this right now, and this just hit me. 1935 was during the Great Depression.
And it was like a money game.
And it was a money game.
That's crazy.
That is so bizarre. Wow. Since that day, it has been translated into 37 languages and evolved into over 200 licensed and localized editions for 103 countries across the world.
Wow.
I mean, this honestly is probably one of the biggest Monopoly games, which is why Monopoly board games.
Yeah.
So I figured this would be like our one that we talk about.
Yeah.
So Monopoly, awesome. 1935. What the hell? Yeah. So the next one is Clue.
I love that game. I've actually been wanting to get it.
Yes.
Because we had it as a kid, but I don't currently own it.
We had it as a kid too, and this is kind of stupid, but when I first got the board game, all the figurines, like the characters.
Oh, were they just like colors?
They weren't. They were like actual
yeah, that's what we had too. Like
you had that too.
People? Yeah.
But nowadays, if you like
is it just
go
colors?
to, it's literally like a pawn.
That's so dumb.
It is dumb. Like, are you like we're lazy?
Yeah, like we're talking about actual people
like,
here.
It can't right. Like and maybe the original Clue game had pawns and it was just like a specific color.
Right.
But as a kid, I remember.
Oh yeah.
I was always either Professor Plum.
No way.
Or I was Miss White.
I always did Professor Plum.
Really?
I was always the purple guy.
Oh no, I'm lying. It's Professor Plum and Miss Peacock. I was always one of those two.
Okay.
Yes.
No, I always did Professor Plum. I just like the purple. I don't know.
Yeah. Oh, purple's my favorite color.
Yeah.
So I think that's probably part of the reason why I was always Mr. Plum or Professor Plum. Excuse me.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
that's hilarious.
Yeah. So let's go ahead and look this up.
Honestly,
but yeah.
I might go to the 50s as well, but I don't know. Like, I'm thinking maybe like early 60s or something.
Okay.
I could be totally wrong.
I mean, I feel like that's actually a really good guess. Yeah. I'm gonna say the same thing. I'm gonna say the 60s.
Yeah.
Let's do like the late 60s. I'm gonna do late 60s.
Okay.
All right. Let's look at this up and see. Okay. Huh? Whoa.
What is it?
We're very wrong.
We're wrong.
We are very wrong, actually. The original board game Clue... The original game Clue came out in 1949. 49. But, and then, this has happened several times with our listeners, but I wish I could show them this, because this is actually kind of fascinating.
The original artwork?
But look at the original artwork for Clue. Look at this.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
That is wild.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, look at the look at the characters right here.
Oh, they were like pawns.
Yeah. Well, they were pawns, but look at the picture of look at the artwork is what I'm trying to say.
It definitely is 40s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is crazy. Crazy. All right, so the last one, we're only going to do 3 today.
Yeah.
I mean, why not, right? This one right here was my childhood.
Okay.
Life.
Ooh.
The board game Life.
I always loved playing that
I
game.
love playing Life, but now as an adult, I kind of look at it as a joke.
Yeah.
because because it's nothing about life.
No, it isn't. But
it was still fun.
It's still fun. I would still play that to this day.
Oh yeah, I would too. I mean, you can still buy that.
Oh,
you can still buy all these
for
games,
sure. Yeah.
right? Yeah. But life. Oh my gosh, I always.
Oh,
go
sorry.
Ahead. No, you go ahead. You go ahead.
I always wanted to get like the twins.
Yes.
Whenever you get like, whenever you land on like kid spots or whatever, like I always wanted the twin one.
Oh, that's so crazy. I loved like having like little bridges. I loved the whole process.
Yeah.
Actually, of the whole process of setting up the game.
Yeah.
That in itself, like, for some reason, was fun. Yeah.
Yeah.
I loved that game. But yeah, I'd be totally down to play it again.
Yeah.
At some point.
Me too.
You know?
Yeah.
All right.
I'm going to say 50s again.
Really?
Yeah.
I was going to say like, I was going to say like the 80s.
Oh.
I could be horribly wrong.
I'm thinking 50s.
But, yeah, let's look this up. Let's see. When did the board game, let's be specific. Because last time I wasn't specific, I ended up looking up moon shoes.
Oh, yeah. And you got like actual like moon
Right.
walkers.
That was so embarrassing. I mean, granted, I did have a locker system.
Right.
So, but it's whatever. I mean, that was quite frankly hilarious.
It was funny.
So, when did the board game Life release? Let's see. Oh, what did you say?
I said 50s.
50s? Okay. All right, so the game of Life was introduced in 1960 to celebrate the Milton Bradley Company's 100th anniversary.
Huh.
I don't even know what the Milton Bradley's company is, but congratulations to them.
They make games and stuff.
Oh, okay. 100th anniversary. Wow. So they've been making board games since 1860.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's
it included
crazy.
new features for board games, a 3-dimensional board. Yeah, with a plastic spinner. Interesting.
Mm-hmm. I was pretty close.
Yeah. That's cool.
Yeah, 1960.
That's actually really fascinating.
Yeah, it is.
I didn't know that. Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, that's really cool.
All right. I actually let me say this. When I went to pick up the wine, I was pulling out of the store and I saw this person to my left. They were coming in quite fast.
Okay.
So I kind of figured that they were just going to, keep driving by. They were going to turn into the parking lot to the store, right? Mm-hmm. Well, this didn't do it. They without turning on their turning signal, pull in. So I'm like waiting. I could have pulled out the whole entire time. And that stuff pisses me off so much.
Because you didn't know where she was going.
No.
Yeah.
And it's truly one. It's not my biggest pet peeve, but it is definitely one of them. People, use your turning signal.
Oh yeah,
I feel not
the
rocket
same exact
science.
Way.
Right.
Especially like if you're on the highway or whatever.
God.
Like going at high speeds, changing lanes and stuff. Some people just come right over.
Right, without even
telling you.
Nope, no.
And that's exactly. It's so messed up, and it's it's so easy to do, and we're literally taught this in driver's ed. This is not rocket science.
It's really not.
You're turning.
All you have to do is lift up your left hand and use a finger to flick down or up this little knob thing to tell people that you're turning somewhere.
Exactly.
It is not rocket science. It is. I mean, we can get into a whole thing about pet peeves. Quite frankly, I have a list of pet peeves.
You have a whole list?
I do. And it's always, I feel like with pet peeves, it's always I feel like it's stupid stuff that just annoys you.
Yeah.
Granted, I feel like turn signal is
Yeah, I mean, I have to say, the turn signal
it's
one,
so stupid.
That is important. And sometimes I wonder how many car accidents could be avoided.
Right. If people just did not turn on their turning signals.
Right.
So.
Yeah.
Crazy,
for real. And I have to say, I don't really like cops pulling over people just for every little tiny little thing. I hate speed traps. Right. I just feel like that's messed up. You're literally camping out just trying to catch people over a technicality when most people that are going a little bit over the limit, they're not endangering anybody. It's fine.
Right.
Just let's use our common sense here. So I don't really like that kind of stuff that cops do, but I actually wish, and maybe they do, I don't know, but I actually wish cops would pull people over for not using their turn signal.
Right. Like, I feel like that would
important.
be...
It's
that
honestly,
kind of stuff
I
is
think
important.
that's more important in some ways than your speed.
Like, that's more important than a person going like 5 miles an hour over the speed limit.
Right.
For real.
It's way more endangering.
Like I mean, obviously, like, a speed thing...
doing.
Obviously, a speed thing is a problem, but, like, pulling over someone at, like, going just a few miles an hour to the speed limit is so stupid because that is less dangerous. From what I have seen and learned, it is way more dangerous than someone not trying to turn a signal and then just pulling into it, right? Then pulling into a lane.
Yeah, without telling somebody.
Oh, my gosh.
That is 100%... what I believe.
But I mean, when it comes to pet peeves, there's another one that just grinds my nerves like there's no tomorrow.
Okay.
Here it is. I hate it when whether it's at my place or not, I don't care. But I hate it when people use a microwave to like heat up. Let me finish. Like, obviously they can use a microwave, but anyway, I hate it when they use a microwave and then they're heating up something, whatever the case may be, and then they pull their food out and then they leave 2 seconds on the microwave and then they don't clear it out. I don't know what it is.
Can I just add something to that for a second? I'm not gonna, like, that's not really a pet peeve for me, but to kind of, you know, as a 9 on the Enneagram, you know.
Oh, right, because we talked about that.
You know, back up the person that you're talking about.
Yeah.
That you have a pet peeve about. A lot of people, and I mean, I've done this. I know Kyle does this. They will open the microwave before it beeps because it's annoying.
That's what I'm saying.
It's annoying. You don't want it to like every microwave is different, but like our microwave like beeps for like a good 5 second. Like it's like beep beep beep. It's like chill out, and it's loud, and we have dogs, you know, that are sleeping sometimes or whatever. Like we don't need this loud noise coming through. So it's very common, you know, for people to open it before the beeper goes off, and so that's kind of what you're seeing.
I love how you're like trying to create some middle ground here.
Yeah,
but I'm telling you, like, if you want to pull out like the food before the beeper goes off, fine, but at least cancel the timer thing.
Yeah, hit cancel.
Like, hit cancel. It doesn't take much. Just press the button. That's all.
On that note, you actually have a good point because if someone leaves it at a few seconds and you go to use it after them, it doesn't let you put in the number.
No, because then you have to like cancel it. Right.
And then, so I know what you're talking about.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, I know it's a stupid like thing that frustrates me. I mean, like a pet peeve, you know.
Right.
Like I know it is, but like at the same time, guys, just hit the cancel button. It's
pretty simple.
It's super simple.
Yeah.
Like, I think that's the thing with me when it comes to pet peeves is, like, people not doing the simplest stuff.
Yeah, that takes, like, 2 seconds.
It takes, like, 2 seconds. It's the same thing with the turning signal kind of thing. Right. Just lift your finger up and flip it up and down.
Just do it, yeah.
Like, oh, my gosh. But anyway, that's the thing. That's the thing with my pet peeves. I have a few. Is there any that you really have or not really?
I mean,
everyone's got a pet peeve. Let's be real.
The ones that you mentioned, like the turn signal, I 100% agree with that. That definitely bothers me.
I mean, just anything regarding driving, traffic and stuff like that. I mean, we could have a whole
conversation about driving.
Absolutely.
Like, people are crazy out there, and it just blows my mind sometimes. Like, you realize, like, you're putting your own life and other people's lives at risk.
In danger solely based off the fact that you're trying to get from point A to point B as quickly as possible.
Right, like, just be smart. Use your brain, people, you know? So, yeah, I would say probably a lot of my pet peeves would be driving related because, like, it's actually dangerous.
It is dangerous.
So, yeah.
I don't know, girl.
But I'm trying to think of, like, what other pet peeves of mine would be. I mean, there's certain...
Excuse me.
Like... I guess consistencies that I don't like on your hands, you know?
Ooh.
Like, you know?
Oh, yes.
Sometimes, like, and it depends on, honestly, it depends on if your hands are dry or not, because that contributes to it. But sometimes,
would I consider that a pet peeve? Maybe. I mean,
It's something you don't like.
it's something I don't like that bothers me that's like stupid.
Right. Yeah, right. Exactly.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
But go ahead, continue.
Sometimes, like, if your hands are a little bit on the drier side and, like, you pull,
Girl.
like, if you pull clothes out of the dryer, because
I
they're,
hate
like,
that.
they're really dry because they've
Yes.
been, like, they've been drying
That stuff
and they're really
bothers me.
dry and you, like, pull them out of the dryer and it's, like, it almost like hurt, like it doesn't like hurt, like I'm not in pain, but it
Right.
like it almost hurts my hands in a way, you could say. Just like the dry cloth on your like semi-dry hands.
What is the worst material? Fiber cloth.
Oh, you don't like fiber cloth?
I mean that stuff. Even if your hands are as soft as can be, it will still somehow like snag on the slightest callus
Yeah.
that is on your hand. Like it is the
I think
worst.
I know what you're saying.
It is the worst feeling material I've ever touched in my whole life. It literally makes me like I get like the shivers and
Really?
it's like gross
nails on a chalkboard.
Yes, it is the worst.
That's terrible.
Worst feeling ever. Like I don't know what it is, but also I am so crazy about that kind of stuff because I have to apply crazy amounts of lotion before I even hang or fold my clothes.
Oh yeah, I do the same thing.
It is crazy.
I do the same thing. That's crazy because like I'll pull like laundry out and I'm like, ooh, this does not feel good. Let me put some lotion on real fast.
But like, why is that something? I don't understand why that bothers me so. Or us.
Yeah,
I don't understand why that bothers us so much.
Yeah, I don't know either.
Because like my dad, he's actually a contractor now, but he did a lot of like construction work. He did a lot of like woodwork, stonework, things like that. And he never wore gloves, like which is fine, whatever. But his hands are so callousy.
Yeah, rough.
They're just like really rough and I don't really know how to explain it, but like if you're a farmer or someone who works in construction or more like hands-on kind of work, you probably know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
And his hands get so rough and callousy and like the skin cracks in some places and stuff. It's gross in my opinion. But like because he loves like a beer or whatever, and he always puts like those cloth koozies on it. Okay. And if I can literally hear the sound of his hand rubbing against these cloth like koozies, and it literally makes me go like, woo! Like I literally like verbalize cringe. Like the cringe and like because it just bothers me. The sound of it bothers me. The feeling of it bothers me. Just like all of it just like bothers me. Yeah. Yeah. But I'm gonna tell you what, it is just it's a whole situation for me. Yeah. But yeah, anyway, we're getting to that time. We need to close up.
Yeah, we're running out of time.
We are running out of time. Just wanted to say thank you guys so much for joining us today. We really do appreciate it. We do have a store open on Etsy. So if anyone's interested, just go on Etsy and search Uncork and Listen. Check it out. We got some stuff on there. We would appreciate the support. For sure, yeah. Oh, yeah. So, yeah, the link will be on our page. Yeah. So, again, thank you guys so much. Thank you guys for joining us. We will see you next time.
All right. Sounds good.
All right.
All right. Bye.
Bye.